Hi, it's Ray Singletary with Conscious School Leadership, where we're here to support you with the tools necessary to be the best school leader possible. Today, we're going to continue our month-long series on how to make 2019-2020 your most amazing school year yet. And again, this is week 4. And we've already talked about in the previous weeks, we talked about goal setting, what, why of your goals. We talked about planning and coming up with a plan. We talked about learning, what type of learning you're going to have to do to accomplish your goal. And this week is about taking action. Taking action. That's what we need you to do. Start taking action. So yesterday we talked about starting immediately and really having a plan for or an action that you're going to take to start today. Now we're going to talk about the next phase of taking action, which I believe is about being intentional. Being intentional about taking your action. Here's why. We all have habits. And I got this from the book Better Than Before. We all have habits. Habits of things that we do automatically in situations every time they come up. It's like it's instinctual. They just come up and we just do it. And when you're trying to change something, that automatic response is going to be there. It's going to happen. And you're going to be like, oh man, that's not what I wanted to do in that situation. I wanted to do something different. So being intentional helps you to come up with an action that you're going to do or something that you're looking for whenever you're in that situation. So let me give you 2 examples. So for me personally, one of the things I wanted to change was how often I communicated during meetings, how often I commented, because I was being perceived as somebody that didn't engage in the conversation. So for me, I had to set an intention of a goal during meetings. So I had to set a goal of I was going to comment 3 times. I was going to comment 3 times during the meeting, no matter what, whether it be big or small. I was going to make a comment. And during the meeting, when I accomplished that, I felt good. I felt like, yes, I'm starting to make progress. I'm stopping to process as much and just kind of taking something and then making a comment and feeling and seeing myself be more engaged in the conversation. So that's for me personally. Another one that I heard from a colleague is a teacher of mine wanted to change their practice in their math classroom. They wanted to ask more questions. But they had trouble coming up with questions on the fly. It was just difficult to ask a quality question on the fly. So what they decided to do was they decided to write down questions on an index card and walk around their class with those questions. So they only made 4 questions and they asked it during every class period, but it helps to remind them and be intentional about asking questions. And over time, they got better at asking quality questions. So that's the tip. Be intentional. Find some little thing that you can do in that situation to help you to start making progress towards your goals. And if you do that, I know that you're going to have an amazing 2019-2020 school year. But I also want to hear from you. What comments or thoughts do you have around being intentional and ways that you're intentional about making your goals? Because here at Conscious School Leadership, it's about a conversation. But we're also here to support you in being the best school leader possible because your school, your community, your students, and you deserve it. Thanks and see you next time.